Okay, I promised a review of Maskcara Beauty, so here it is. You can see I've already done my face, but I will walk through the process with you. But I just wanted to show you a couple of things really quick so you understand how it works and kind of like the thought process behind this makeup. So just to give you an idea, all of the 3D makeup comes in tins like this. They're very little, they're really cool. You pop them right open. They have the different colors. This color is called Lolly. It's a Lip and Chic. And then there's others too. So this one's actually a highlight, but I bought it as a bronzer. It's called Cinnamon. So you can see it's kind of a darker, deeper color. But everything comes in these little tins. And then the tins go in these little magnetic compacts like this. And if you buy 4 tins, you get the compact for free. Sorry, I've got stuff all in this one. But they're really pretty. They're really neat looking. I love the concept of it because I think, as I've mentioned in past videos, it makes travel really easy, and it's really easy to not have to dig through a makeup bag and try to find all of your stuff as you're doing your makeup because it's all like right here. This is my face palette. So this is like everything that I put on my face on a regular basis. I will walk through the steps and explain all of the colors and things like that. But when you buy 4 of these, you get one of these for free. If you buy 8 of them, you actually get a double decker, which is kind of looks like this. I'm just showing you because I don't have one yet, but I am getting one. So you can, the more you kind of want to spice up your makeup routine, you can buy more or less. But if you're very minimalistic, all you need is the 4 basics and you can do your whole face and move on with your day. The concept behind the 3D makeup is highlighting and contouring is such a process, as we all know. A lot of people aren't good at it because they don't like to fool with makeup. And when you're mixing creams and powders and everything with your foundations and like, blushes and all that kind of stuff, it builds up and builds up and builds up. And it doesn't make for the most beautiful finish in person. Now, it might look good on camera, but when you're in person with someone and the lighting's not just right, you can see every little bit of texture on your face from highlighting and contouring because you're mixing maybe a liquid foundation, a powder bronzer, a powder contour color. You may use cream for some things and others, and then you might be setting with a powder. So you're just putting layer after layer after layer on your face, and it just doesn't look natural if we're being honest. So the concept behind their 3D makeup is you're doing it all in one layer. It's all a cream. It's all kind of blending together. You'll see as I go through the process, you can dot it on. There's really no wrong way to do it. If you don't want to dot it on like I do, you can just use the brush and go into the colors. You don't have to follow any specific process, whatever works for you. But one thing I will tell you is you cannot screw this stuff up. As you can see, it will look absolutely insane when I put it on. I will have lines and dots and everything else all over my face, and that process works for me. But on days that I'm moving really fast, I will literally just put my brush in, you just dab it in, and go all over my face to get it done really quick. So if you have more time, obviously take more time, but even when I'm taking more time, it takes me less than 10 minutes to do, which is insane given that you've seen my past makeup videos and you know how long it can take just for an eye look. But as I'd mentioned previously, like with COVID and like being home all the time, the more I have gone without makeup, the less I want to take the time to actually put it on. So I don't really want to fool with it. So this is a quick way to get it done if you're a busy mom, if you're someone who just works a lot or travels a lot and you don't have a lot of time to do your makeup. You can do it and it will look like you spent a lot of time. As you can see, I look like I've highlighted, contoured, all that kind of stuff, and I have, but it was a very simple, easy process in one step. With regard to skin type, so I know some people have oily skin, dry skin. This is a cream. This is a cream sort of foundation. So if you're dry, like me, it's great. If you're oily, it's not a problem. You just put less is more, so the less you put on, the better, but it is buildable. And then you can set it with a powder so that if you like that matte finish or if you get really oily in certain areas, you can powder. So we do have a powder, it's called Sugar, and it comes in one of these little things too. So you can use that, or you can use any setting powder, it really doesn't matter. But if you set and you're oily, it's gonna keep you from getting really oily and having all of that stuff move around on your face. So that's just the bare bones. There are several brushes that they have that I recommend to start to get the 30-second hack brush. As I mentioned in previous videos, sorry, I'll try to show you. This end is for the lighter colors. This end is more for your contour and like blending. It's a perfect brush. And so like if you're traveling or running somewhere, you just have these 2 things. It's really awesome. It's really simple. You can just throw it in your bag. They also have clutches that hold your makeup in like one side and you can put your money and everything in the other. So if you're really that obsessed with taking your makeup with you, which I probably would, you could buy the clutch too, but they have a lot of really neat products. But the thing I love about these dual-ended brushes is you're not bringing like 15,000. When I used to pack my brushes, I'd have like 3 different eyeshadow brushes, a blush brush, a powder brush, like all that. So it's nice to have everything in one. So this is the 30-second hack brush, and then I have the bronze and blush brush as well. I think it's called a B-squared brush. But I really like this one too for bronzing, and you'll see in the video I do bronze towards the end. But I really like all of their stuff. It's really good quality. So that's why I decided to start selling it. Just to make it available. I don't think there's too many like artists in my area in South Carolina, so I thought I would do that. So people here locally, if they needed it, they could come to me. I could help color match or answer questions. So I did try this out for about 2 weeks. I didn't want to like it. I really honestly didn't want to like it because I'm like, shit, like, but it just has made my life so much easier, and it's so quick for me to get ready. So I will walk you through the products that I'm using, show you the process, and then we'll wrap up this review. Okay, so we're going to get started. I want to quickly just show you what I'm using, and then I will go through the process a little bit more quickly so you can kind of see exactly like where I put everything. So I'm using this palette. This is a quad. As I mentioned before, this is your base of things that you'll need. So I have a lip and cheek. I have a highlighter which will go under my eyes in any spaces that you want lighter. Then you have more of like a foundation color, and then a contour. So my colors, just for reference, this is Olive. Olive is my contour color. I have Sandy, which is the color of my face, Aura, which goes under my eyes, and then this color is called Ruby, and it's my lip and cheek. It looks really intimidating, I promise it's not, but this is the quad that I'll be using. As I mentioned before, the initial investment's it's a little pricey, but I will say after that, once you're just replacing things, it's just as cheap as going to get something from like L'Oreal or something like that, where it's like 14 bucks. So this is the palette that I'm using. I will actually use a color from my other palette too. I always buy extras because I love makeup. But I will be using this highlight color called Photoshop, and I really like it, and I also use it as a eyeshadow. So this is the base that I'm using. If you are very minimalistic, this is all you will need. If you like to spice it up a little bit and go the extra mile with your makeup, then you may want a triple or double decker, which holds more products, including eyeshadows, and then you can separate if you have powder eyeshadows or anything like that. You can separate the powders from the creams so they don't get all yucky. So without further ado, I will go ahead and get started. Okay, so to start, you go into your lightest highlight color and you just kind of dot it under your eyes in a triangle sort of shape. You can also spot conceal any zits or anything you have, but you kind of want to just keep it in those areas. Also put it on my eyelids as an eyelid primer, and then right between your eyes and down your nose. Next, you go in with the foundation color that is more like your skin color. I like to take it below the jaw, below where I'm going to put my contour color, and then basically in all the other areas where I haven't put that lighter highlight color. You really want the brightness to be in the middle of your face. Finally, you go into your contour. You want to put it under your cheekbone and down to the corner of your eye. I put a little bit under my lip and then right around the forehead. And I like to come into the forehead just a little bit so it's not so bright everywhere. It just creates a better looking sort of contour of the face. So you can see I look a little crazy right now. I also put a little bit of contour down the sides of my nose just to keep the warmth in the middle of my face. So I'm going in with that 30-second hack brush now, just kind of blending in all of the highlight color under my eyes, getting that all, you kind of press it in. I wouldn't pull it too much with a brush. I kind of do a little bit of both. But the more you press, the more it goes into the skin. So I focus on the lighter colors first, just really blending those out with that hack brush. I use the thicker end. I just like it better for this. You may like the thinner end. So I'm just blending. And then I will work the colors into my eye to kind of prime my eyes for a different color later. And then finally, I'll start working on the contour color. So once I have everything blended really good, I blend the contour, press it in just to get it to look really nice. You can see the contour starting to build. You really just want to press it in and kind of spread it out, blend it with those other colors so it looks really natural. Again, just that one layer here. So you don't have a bunch of layers, you're just working it all in together to give you that really sculpted look that I think everybody wants. So it's looking really good. Blending it in my nose. You can't really go wrong with this stuff. It's really easy. So you can see it looks really nice. Now I'm going to go in with the blush and lip color. I'm just dotting that on my cheeks. Depending on the shape of your face, you may want it more in the front of your cheeks. I personally like to kind of slide it back. I also use it as an eyeshadow color because for my eyes, this really makes my eyes pop. So I'm going to blend that in. I'm going to use the B-square brush and use the blush in to kind of work that into my cheeks. I know it looks really bright, but I promise it will look really nice once I'm done there. So I'm just blending that in, and it looks really nice. So now I'm going to take a little bit more of that highlight just to brighten my under eye up a little bit more. The nice thing about this is you can really customize the look however you want it to look. I want to look a little bit brighter today, so I'm just brightening up a little bit more. And then I'm going to go into the lip and cheek, put it on my lips. As you can see, it brightens up my lips, makes them look nice and pink. I'm a pink girl. There's lots of other options though if you want a nude or something that's a little more fall and maybe more in the browns. So now I'm going to go in my highlight. This color is called Photoshop. I'm putting it on with just a big fluffy brush. I just brush it over the top of my cheekbones to make them really stand out and shine and look really pretty. Next, I'll put it down the center of my nose and on my Cupid's bow. And this all just really brightens up the face, makes it look really glowy and pretty. And then finally, I'm just going to go into my Bella bronzer. That's the color I'm using, and I'm using my bronzing brush with a big fluffy end just to give my face some warmth and really make it look pretty. Just blending and blending, blending. You can never do enough blending. I didn't put contour under my chin this time, so I'm just kind of bronzing underneath to hide my chins, basically. And then I'm just taking the Photoshop highlighter and I'm using it as an eyeshadow to brighten up my eyes. I also put it in my tear ducts because it makes you just look really wide and awake and it's just really pretty like that. I also put it under my eyebrows, on my brow bone, again, just to brighten up the face a bit more. I'm taking a beauty blender. We do have some beauty blenders that we sell with mascara, so I haven't gotten mine yet, but that is the final look. Now I'm just gonna throw on some mascara to throw it all together. I know I sped up the video, but this all took me maybe 5 or 6 minutes, so it's just really cool that you can get ready so quickly and make it look like you're really trying hard to do your makeup there. And I always curl my brows, my eyelashes, and I use a waterproof mascara because it just keeps my lashes up. And that is it. Alrighty. So this is just a picture of what it looks like in the natural light in my room. You can see the contour from the side. It looks really pretty. And thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this.